Hello, and welcome to Elizabeth's World, episode 201. Before we start, I think it's important that I make a sincere apology about something I said on the last show. When asked, what is the rudest animal? I was way off base, and I learned that from your comments. The rudest animal is 100% the cat. And I'm not sure how I missed this because I have a cat in my own house and she is super rude. So anyway, I promise that you can trust my opinions on animals going forward, and I apologize for my mistake. Giraffes are second. Violin tip of the day. I've decided to show you a sneak peek of some videos that I'm putting together as part of a pedagogy course or something coming up. So enjoy learning about the parts of our arm and what they do. Let me know what you think. Beautiful. So we're just going to take a look right now at how every part of Mia's arm is working. So her shoulder is relaxed and down. Her upper arm has weight in it. So you can't tell now, but if we put something on it, yeah. So her arm right here has weight that she's putting into the string. Her elbow is perfectly positioned to where it's slightly under her wrist, but not falling, and it's not too high. It's perfect. Then her wrist has a tiny lilt in it, which works for Mia beautifully, because look at the shape of this hand. And I'm just going to turn her scroll a little bit so we can get a front view. So as you can see, her knuckles are really beautiful and squishy here. And her pinky is gorgeous, and her huggers are right together with the bow. And then her thumb, is it soft, Mia?
Yeah.
Good. Beautiful. Okay, can you go right to the... I think it's also important to note today that I have on my black cape. It's quite swooshy, and I enjoy swooshing it around at the students and doing a little of this, you know, a little phantom, little black cape swoosh action happening. So, yeah. I have some great questions today. The first one's really unique. Thank you for sending it in. What would I tell 15-year-old Elizabeth right now if I could? That's a great question. I think I'd tell her that everything has a weird way of working out most of the time. I think I'd tell her to relax and that she's going to find her place in the musical world, and to just always keep her eye straight ahead and work really hard. And then she'll end up where she's meant to be. I think that's what I would tell her. I would also tell her that boys are stupid and to not talk to them until you're 30. What do I consider to be my most impressive skill? I can usually tell the history of somebody's vibrato after hearing it for like 1 minute. I can usually tell how many teachers the student has had and how it's evolved. And the other thing I can do is I can teach the Bruch Concerto without hearing it, just by watching, or without watching and just listening. Another question I get a lot, but haven't answered because I feel like it's not amusing, is how do I handle my life, or what is my schedule like, that sort of thing. To give the most honest answer, right now my life is only Ellie and my students. And in the mornings, Ellie and I practice 2 to 3 hours, and usually she practices another hour in the afternoon. And then usually I start teaching around 12. And during that 1 other hour, I'm doing upkeep for my students, listening to the recordings, writing emails, working on recordings, scheduling, that sort of thing. I've been especially busy this month because we have finished about 50 recordings so far, with about 50 to go before December 13th. So that's a little bit why I haven't been doing as many episodes. So things like errands or CVS or like food or anything, luckily I just have people bring in stuff, because I really work almost every single minute of the day, either with Ellie on cello or homeschooling, or with my students, or something related to my students. So right now, that's kind of how I choose my life to be. And I'm very, very happy. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm loving this time with Ellie. She's being such a good practicer. And I love all of my students. And I'm so proud of them for being so strong during this time and always. I will also note that I don't sleep much at night because I'm usually watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I think that's important to note. So I know that the Boston Globe has been in touch with me, as well as New York Times and the Chicago Sun. I get it. My episodes are amazing, but right now I'm just a little bit extra busy, but they'll be coming back full force. Quote of the day from Francis Ford Coppola. Art depends on luck and talent. Okay, this is a stupid quote. That is not what art depends on. Art is whatever you want it to be. Also, it's mostly based on hard work, you moron, Francis Ford Coppola. Art is made up of what we put into it and what comes out of our soul and how hard we work and how much we want it and our determination and how others love it. This is a stupid quote. Ugh.